I would have wanted to put up some Smash 4 replays before handling this rant, but if I did that, I'd just be disrespecting this awful issue. I'm not going to care that the issue is old at this point, not when people will just believe things like our love is just blind or stupid or something. Oh, wrong. This time, the angle for the issues with the opposite sex is how little people care about the effects of their own actions. Because seriously, it's a god-awful mess. Thanks to people's actions, females in video game communities are laughably few and far between. When it's hard enough finding gals who aren't stupid, even harder to find gals who are pleasant, and outright absurd to find females who fall in their boat. And quite honestly, blame lies among members of both genders. If females were nicer, I'd be saying ladies first, because I certainly would be referring to ladies doing that. But if I would be doing that, I wouldn't be ranting about this issue at all, or nearly as much as I do. Now would I? Oh God, well I get that. That deserves some discrediting. As to what I think of the females' own actions, they generally stem from wanting false power, such as looks, money, muscles, you name it. No, I didn't miss the other thing, because it shouldn't even be relevant, even by the already stupid standards I point out. In pursuit of this shallowness, they ought to be she-dogs in sheep's clothing, if they aren't already abrasive. This isn't always the case, even though the trope I just mentioned doesn't use the term wolf as the first word due to valid reason with truth in television. But it happens frequently enough because all girls want bad boys, which is frankly stupid anyway. The only attempt at a valid excuse for that is an attempt to invoke love redeems. I'm sorry, what? No, so-called lady, you don't get to pull that excuse from out of that part of your body right below your belly. You tell me to just be realistic. Okay, so what do you call trying to fix people who aren't even repentant? And believe me, if I had anything against females' optimism unto itself rather than how it becomes degenerate, then that would just be hypocrisy on my part in YKTTWing savvy guy and energetic girl. And that's assuming I could need to care about that potential issue. So why bring up the all girls want bad boys to begin with? Because it typically enables domestic abuse. And you can claim I'm just victim blaming for a very serious issue. But no, they want to be stupid at best, and it becomes prevalent when they want to accompany it with flat arrogance. But you know, domestic abuse is still potentially just no more being deserved than kick the she-dog. Well, okay. How about the claims that females consequently respond that guys only ever want female companionship just for their own shallow reasons? Yeah, sure, there couldn't possibly be anything endearing about a female whose personality would definitely fit following through with remarks like spending her Thanksgiving eating turkey until she falls under the weather. Oh right, I forget, love is blind or stupid or whatever else adjective is used to remark that it's nothing more than a weakness. Even if I could justify my video of scorched earth and Battalion War 2, and by the way, those lines still nerve me to this day because I had experienced finicky hit detection in their favor. It's supposed to be there to provide a point of things. Super Mario Bros. Itself had kept that in mind. You fight Bowser because he had kidnapped the princess and terrorized her people or some such. Not because he's a turtle dragon cross who has spikes on his shell who you simply fight for honor and glory. If games are a problem to girls because of its simple difficulty is supposed to be around the test players. Although I'd rather have it flow naturally overthinking or some other idiocy, which is I detest fake difficulty so much in the first place. There is no reason girls should act like there aren't male gamers who are too afraid of being too charming and thus become barely, if any, better than some dime store manipulators. Of course, the girls shouldn't be doing their less than honorable stupidity either. Naturally, that brings up why males deserve blame too, because domestic abuse involves the person doing it still deserving the lion's share of blame. however obvious the reasons for that is, even when kick the sheepdog applies. Want an example of how obvious? I'll put up a link in an annotation to a video at a given time. Watch the video from that time without checking out the surrounding context. If you can do that without being outright shocked or disgusted, you obviously believe in a higher power than I do. Seriously, I watched that very scene the exact same way I pointed out the first time I did, and it still nerved me, because it is a disturbingly obvious manipulation tactic with the clear intent of continuing domestic abuse. Again, why should love be blind or stupid or anything like that? The resulting white knighting ad hominem didn't get abused so frequently from out of nowhere, any more than it came from out of nowhere either. The video game community members claim to be the good guys, and they're supposed to be the good guys, the ones who take in the people who through mere bad luck became social pariahs. Okay then, so why all the needless hostility? And yes, it's a problem toward either gender, especially when the game designers continue throwing about fake difficulty to window dress shallow gameplay. It's equally dumb to tell players to just get good, and especially not have the proper accommodating advice. If anything, this proves that the treatment toward the nicer females in video game communities simply involves the nice to the waiter trope. And these people aren't nice to the waiter or waitress, as the case may be. They only care about having trophies in the first place. I am pointing out that the issues of bullying being the problem isn't gender bias, because of the very reason and why it isn't makes the problem even worse. Apparently, it's supposed to be ingrained into the video gaming culture. Moving on from how hypocritical that is when the video game communities are supposed to be the good guys, we're supposed to realize that it's just a game, like other people say. Nice, totally non-hypocrisy, folks. By the way, didn't you just spew some offensive, empty bragging knowing that people will ogle you for something anybody with no skills and just your resources can do? Yeah, okay, so you genuinely believe that it's just a game. Never mind that a game is supposed to be fun, to let people actually wind down. By throwing about insults just for some cheap ego boost through no genuine effort of your own, you display your own selfishness. You don't get to say it's just a game. I don't say it myself because I could practice the mantra all I want, and it'd still be stupid to not understand problems like hitbox dissonance. But you know what? These problems could be manageable. If these people would learn to accept that no, they aren't as nice as they think they are. If they were nice to begin with, they would generally be nice, rather than just brag they are. What we get from these sort of people is deliberate obstruction because they want to owe their pleasure to others' pain. They will go so far as to punish people just for being born or even being steadfast. It is these sorts of reprehensible mentalities that get the gaming culture its bad reputation, because there is plenty of blame on both sides, similar to the domestic abuse issue. In both instances, the victim side hadn't wanted to play nice to others in the first place, though it doesn't mean the abusers are undeserving of the majority of fault. And if I'm generalizing, then it's still on people to prove me wrong beyond the shadow of a doubt. That is, if I'm wrong in the first place. And believe me, I would want to be wrong, but that would require that there be nothing worth complaining about by people being nice enough to begin with, not cheap claims to be nice just to pull off some two-bit social manipulation. But hey, I'm just complaining, and the complainer is always wrong somehow. I should do something like, oh, I don't know, maybe try to help clean up dilapidated housing. Oh wait, no, we can't have me doing something possibly productive that isn't relating to game design philosophy. Nah, somehow cheap life's more fun. Plus we need excuses to call me antisocial, not consider the concept of back-to-back, because that'd be too awesome to try. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to do my push-ups with my approximately 180-pound body real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 80. I could have done that better. Wait, is this thing still on? Let's fix that.